So this is the latest update of the investigation of the Wakashio, which is done by the Panama flag state because it was a Panama flag vessel. And this is on 9 September. So the Panama Maritime Authority has first given the blame to your seamanship level of the crew on board, as which is it was an Anglo-Eastern managed vessel, the Wakashio, which was ran aground on the reef of Mauritius on 25th July, and it is told to be one of the greatest ecological disasters, which will take around 30-40 years to recover to the same state. And it was Nagasaki Shipping, Newcastle Max is the owner, and 1,000 tons of bunker fuel oil was leaked, and around it was split into two after the grounding. So Panamanian authorities had done the investigation and interview of all the crew, and so we know that there was on the ship they were celebrating the birthday of one of the crew members, maybe fourth engineer, and they wanted to have a signal that's a telephone and internet signal for communicating to the families. And the captain and the chief officer, duty officer are already in jail. But they are saying captain, chief engineer, and first officer were on the navigation bridge. This is their report. I am not saying this is actual. We will see after this. When it was up, but when they were there already or at the time of incident, that's not very clear. Because captain, chief officer, and chief engineer, all three are there on the bridge. It's not generally required, maybe because of the situation. So when the situation was approaching land was there, at that time they were there as per practice. Now it is assumed that if all good watch keeping was done, then this should have not taken place. But that is the main reason. And one reason is there that the right chart was not there on board. Right chart means it was not the correct, the chart was also not correct, and the scale of the chart was also not correct. They were not using the largest scale chart. So they could not, like, the island or the place was seeming to them where it's a very small thing and maybe not easily pricking to the eye, easily visible on the chart. And then of course the lack of supervision, your eco sounder, banwas, agdes, alarms, safety depths, everything was uh, unnoticed. Oh, and lack of supervision and monitoring of the navigation equipment, distraction by the officer one. So they were also distracted because of the party which was going on for the birthday party, and the overconfidence of during the watch are the reasons for a grounding. Then initially they were thinking that bad weather might be the cause, but bad weather is has nothing to do with this unmanning of the bridge or neglecting to overconfidence of the watch. So main reasons are your incorrect chart and not following the proper watch keeping procedures. And the interview and investigations are still going on. The master has applied for the bail and they are already in jail, but they are saying mostly bail will not be allowed. But still all the Indian government and other associations from India, NUSI, MUI and all, they are trying to approach the Mauritius government and trying to help them. Also, they are reporting that the Mauritius government has not taken actions quite fast for mitigating the disaster, but that is a different altogether chapter where we need how the salvage is carried out, and we need a guarantee of $3 million within 2 days, and all that the contract has to be signed. That all takes time. So Nagasaki Shipping has three bulk carriers, which one is Wakashio, and they have a Hong Kong Anglo Eastern Department, which is managing the ship. So that's, and some people are saying that it is this one Captain Colin is saying that all this is okay, but the investigation does not seem very clear because if Captain G observer there on the bridge, it's not possible, and the master or OW have to be blamed, but this investigation doesn't seems to be very clear. Just they are just kind of blaming to prove their flag of convenience. So video recording and further investigations are still going on, and let's see what comes out. The route was not followed, and they deviated. And the final recording, final investigations, we are still awaiting. So previously, it used to happen that for all accidents and incident, master is the overall authority and he is responsible for everything. With the present new rules and regulations and investigations and all those things, it is seen that whoever is responsible will be what you call caught. So first, presently, they have not declared who is responsible, but they are still the investigation is going on. But if you see, without the master's permission, they should not be carrying out the party, or the ship's course or wherever the ship is deviating cannot be done without the master. And when there is oil spill, like if the oil spill was not there, it's sometimes it does not become a so big incident. But once the oil spill comes into picture, all the incidents become like very huge and big. And the authorities, they also need somebody to blame and catch. So still the investigation is going on, but who is actually to blame? That is a separate chapter of criminalization of seafarers, which is there in my other videos you can see.